Now, all right. I think we're online right now. I believe so. Yep, we're online. Can I get a? Can you guys hit the no, hit the one button just to just to know that you guys can see me? Hit the one button if you guys can see me, okay? Because we're starting right now. Um, we're gonna talk about the signs that a dude. We're gonna talk about the things that makes guys like you, essentially the traits that makes guys really like you. And I'm talking from my own personal, unfortunate experience. All right, you guys can see me. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's begin this. Hey, people, hit the one just to make sure you guys can see me. All right. All right, good, good, good. All right, well, let's begin this. Let's put some color back into this world. All right. So, um, look, man. Um, by the way, if you guys want to, if you guys, I'm gonna be doing a lot of live streams now, okay? And apparently YouTube has this thing where you guys can join my channel through through a $5 donation. You could become a member of my channel, and when you guys do live chats, you guys will I will be able to see who are the paying members, and obviously you guys will stand out. So if you guys become a member, every time I do live stream, I'll see your message because it fucking pops out. All right, and yeah, that's one thing. And also, if you guys are ever want to give suggestions on video and you guys really want it to be made, you could become a supporter on Patreon. There you guys could donate and you guys can make video suggestions, and those people who suggest it there most likely will get a video based on that. All right, and yeah, we're gonna begin this. And if you guys enjoy this, and you could donate, or you could donate to ask a question. It's not a bad little system, right? Because I tend to be pretty expensive, so this is an affordable way for people who want a question answered, and at the same time, you know. Anyways, all right. So thank you for the donation. I forgot. Let me see. Thank you for the donation. Somebody donated, I believe. Thank you. All right. So let's begin that, right? Yeah, I'm supposed to fix his tooth, but I guess, so scared to go to the dentist. I back off all the time. So yeah, I'm taking questions today. All right. But I have another call at 1, so we're gonna have to finish early. All right. So let's begin this, right? So let me tell you something, man. I've met women who are attractive, right? But they turn me off. Okay. I've met women who are semi-attractive, but they really turn me on, right? And there are reasons why that is. And from noticing my experience, I've noticed there are 3 things that makes a woman increase her value, right? And this is the thing. A perfect example is when you're trying to find an apartment, right? Nothing you could be looking at an apartment and say, hey, I want to check this room out, right? But if you know that other people want that same apartment, what happens? You feel a more sense of urgency, and in fact you could potentially pay more for that room simply because there's other competition, right? So there is a certain level of replaceability behind that place. I suppose if you go check out the apartment and nobody's looking at it, and in fact the landlord tells you, yeah, dude, you've been the first person in 7 months, obviously, even though it's perfect, you're gonna doubt it. You're gonna say, I don't know, man, simply because other people don't want it. So in other words, you're not replaceable. A perfect example, it's like when you play basketball, right? Some of you guys don't play basketball because it's a man's sport. Women don't play basketball. Let's say you're playing basketball and 2 teams are playing, but nobody got next. When I say nobody got next, it means that if I lose, I'll still stay on the court, right? That's what it is. But let's say I'm playing basketball and suddenly I see a whole team walk in, right? Suddenly losing means me being replaced. You see, now suddenly it always happens. The intensity of the game goes up all the fucking time. But when nobody has next, when nobody says, hey, I got next, right? All of a sudden, people don't play seriously, and there's a lack of intensity. But when all of a sudden there's the threat that you're gonna be replaced if you lose, oh, now you play hard. You see. Let me tell you something, man. You women are hard-headed. You guys believe that in order to get a guy to love you, you gotta profess your love. Your friends are telling you, hey, tell them how much you love them. Send them the I love you messages. Just because you see your mom and dad do it, you think you should do it. Guess what? Mommy and daddy lived another time. This is a whole new world. A world where people are replaced left and A world where people are replaced left and right. Okay, so what you have to understand is that you have to give that illusion of replaceability. The reason why a lot of people lose interest in people who they married is for the simple fact that they there's no threat of losing them, because they've been told that I will love you till you fucking die, and potentially in afterlife. Jesus fucking Christ, you're stuck, right? So the most important thing is giving the guy the feeling of replaceability, that he can be replaced. So some of the best way to do it, like I always say this, I'm just trying to get it through your heads, because some of you guys are just hard headed. I'll be watching the women on my Facebook group committing the same mistakes, and I'm like, yo man, don't tell people you watch my channel. You know, don't tell people you watch my channel. If you're gonna be doing that shit, don't tell people you watch my channel, because you're making me look bad right now, right? Always validating their guys, always saying how much you appreciate you and all that sort of stuff. Double texting, Jesus fucking Christ, right? And then they ask me what's going on. You're making him feel like he's irreplaceable. You're making him feel like he is special. Motherfucker, you're not here to make him feel special. You're here to feel special. You're here so that he can feel that you're special. Let me tell you something, man. You want something that you're afraid to lose. That's the thing that are valued most. The things that you are afraid to lose most are the things you value most. But if you are always telling the dude how certain he is in your heart, come on, man, you're cheating yourself. The reason why you're doing that is because of this. You're doing it for yourself. You can't control yourself. You feel insecure. If you were really doing it to create an effect, if you were really doing it to create a stronger connection, you know that in order to do that, you need to create some space. You need to let the person cool off, and one of the best ways to do it is to let him know that he's replaceable. But how do you do that? First of all, you have to be self-sufficient. You have to be able to deal with the pain of losing him, because sometimes letting go of someone doesn't mean not feeling any emotions. It means letting go of them while you cry. It means letting go of them as you walk away afraid of what will happen. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that you can easily let go, like it's an easy task. No, it means that he's yeah, right. So that's one thing, right? Being able to deal with those emotions. The second thing is being financially stable and having a social circle. Once you have your finances and you have a lot of friends, that guy knows that he can be replaced. And above all that, you gotta have a complete life where you have friends, guy friends, and things you do. And if you don't do that, if you don't have that, then put your dating life on break, and for the next 1 or 2 years, focus on your finances and building more friends. They become your support, you know. And also the big part also is in your head. When you're talking to him, in your head, you are always looking for something to break up about. I'm not saying that you break up with him. I'm just saying you train yourself to look for red flags. You train yourself to look for flaws. I'm not saying to look for it as a compulsion or because it is an automatic self-defense mechanism that you're not aware of. I'm saying consciously making the conscious effort to look for flaws, simply because we sometimes overcompensate when we like people, and we try not to look for flaws. See what I'm saying? All right, so people, if you guys have any questions, you know, don't be afraid to tap that donate button. And if you guys want to join me, join the channel. All right, so what's next? All right, so the next thing is, after replaceability, is femininity, right? Let me tell you something. We have too many masculine ass women out there. We have too many masculine, I was gonna say we got too many masculine bitches out there, right? But it's true though. We got too many of them. Too many women who want to control everything. Too many women who let me tell you something, man. This is the problem with my channel. And this is the truth. This channel shows you, and you ladies can attest to this, this channel shows you how to make a guy submit. It shows you how to make a guy submit. It shows you how to make a guy come back to you. You know what's a problem with that, right? The problem with that is that it puts you in the masculine role. It puts you in the role of the one who's dominating. Thank you, Pedro, for the $2 donation. Your dark manipulation course coming out? Yeah, it's coming out. It's called Dark Game, but for men. I'm teaching men the dark tactics to get women. Yeah, it's coming out, and I'm gonna be doing a pre-sale today, so I'll let you guys know. Right. So what was I saying? Is independent masculine? No, no, no. I'm not talking about being financially independent. I'm talking about your energy. I'm talking about. I'm talking about that you, because when I teach a guy, when I teach women how to make a guy come back to you, the fact that he's coming back to you already puts him in a position where he's submissive, and you automatically sort of lose respect for him. If this is if this is an ego thing, if this is an ego thing, you lose respect for him. You know, so it's one of those things that when it comes to being feminine, that whenever you find a bitch ass dude, you leave him, because you're gonna put yourself. Bitch ass dudes make you more masculine. It's as simple as that. Bitch ass dudes make you masculine. Dating dudes who are little bitches, who don't have a thing to say, who you always gotta be the ones planning things, they make you masculine, right? So what you you see, there's something I gotta really deeply think of when it comes to femininity. But generally, because when I think of femininity, from my perspective, when I think of femininity, I think about submissiveness, right? And complete a woman who says yes all the time, right? But it sounds a little demeaning, right? When I say this to you guys, when I say about femininity is that you don't take control, but you have your limits. You see what I'm saying? You don't take control, you let the guy lead, but you have your limits. You see, it's not that you are always leading and he's always leading. No, it's that you let him lead until you have limits. You lead. Yeah, does that make sense? Because look, I'm sorry, man. If you have a dude and he's a little bitch, man, you can't help that. You can't help that. You can always be in the masculine position. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you about that. But the point is that the more you stay with bitch ass dudes, you're fucking yourself over, because you're becoming more masculine. You learn to do everything yourself. You never learn how to act weak so that a guy could come to the rescue and help you. See what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of my advice is contradictory, but you gotta find you gotta find that middle. It's your responsibility to find that middle, right? So femininity is a big part, right? And again, look, I'm sorry. If you're feminine, if you're a feminist, most likely you're not feminine, because feminists teach women to be masculine. You know, feminists teach women to be masculine. So I don't know what to tell you about that. A big part of femininity is also dressing feminine, right? Let me tell you something. It's all a game. Acting feminine is an act. You know, I don't know what to tell you. You're telling you. So what are you saying? Are you saying we got to put on an act? I don't know. I have to find out. There's some things I don't know. There's some things I haven't really thought through and figured out. That's one thing. That's one part. That's one part that I don't know. But all I know is that genuinely though, I just feel like it's like you either act that out in the beginning, or you're just naturally feminine or naturally a masculine ass bitch. You know, and I promise you that if you're masculine, you got a problem. Because if you're masculine, you're always talking, you're always complaining, you're always trying to keep it real. You know, always making arguments. That kind of style only works with bitch ass dudes, because the bitch ass dudes will say, I'm sorry queen, I'm sorry. A masculine dude will be like, yo, you know what? Hit me up when you calm your hot ass down. All right, bye. That's what you need a masculine dude, so that he can show you how to be more feminine. Anyways, hey Ashley, we see Ashley. She's not a freeloader, right? I like Ashley. We got a bunch of freeloaders up in here. All right, Amy, thank you for the $10 donation. You said, "Que lo que, money." All right, he's Dominican. Would you make a video about shy guys? I believe I made videos about shy guys, but generally when it comes to being shy, man, is that, man, a good way to practice shyness is to practice pickup. Honest to God, it's the best way to practice your shyness is practice pickup, and begin to visualize yourself being outgoing. I'm not saying to visualize yourself being outgoing like looking like a fucking goofball. I'm saying being outgoing in a masculine way. Not laughing and making fucking jokes. I'm saying outgoing. You don't mind introducing yourself to people. You're social but respectable. You're not a fucking clown. You see what I'm saying? That's something you gotta visualize in your head and make an image that represents that person you want to be. See that image in your head. See yourself acting like that. What does this ideal me think? How does he think? How does he feel? How do people see him? See that image in your head, or your brain will see that as a new, almost as though you're putting in a GPS map. You don't know how to get there, but your brain knows. How? Because you're telling your brain what you want it to do. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing is this, right? After the next one is hot and cold. Learning how to give a guy space. Let me tell you something. This only works when you have natural chemistry. And I'm gonna make a video about this, about chemistry. The thing is about chemistry is that you can't make the chemistry. You cannot make the chemistry. Chemistry is just your body's natural way of reacting to each other. It's not something that you could make. It's not something that you could go on a trip and intensify. There's just a natural chemistry. For example, today I was getting my key for a new room, and the dude who was giving me the key, that dude was fucking cool, man. There was something about him that I liked. No homo. There was something about him that I liked. He was just a chill dude, like. And I was like, man, if he was my roommate, I'll completely get along with him for some reason. I don't know him, right? But we had good chemistry for just 2 minutes, right? So with all of this, it's all about, and with making this work, it's all about doing it with people who you have chemistry with. You cannot force that chemistry with people you don't know, you know? Dressing feminine, I dress professional for work. Exactly. You keep that shit professional at work. We're not here to try to wanna. Yeah, let me tell you something, ladies. Dress professional. Stop trying to tease men at work. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, so yeah, that's one thing, right? All right. So the next one is hot and cold, right? Let me tell you something. This goes along with the replaceability, but it's not but replaceability is more of a mindset and more of a lifestyle where you have friends, you have other people who you can rely on. This is your behavior, right? And if you guys want to learn more about the hot and cold, I actually have a free part of my audiobook on the link below. When you guys go to the description, it'll say get a free gift. Get that free gift, and there you get an audiobook that talks about the hot and cold. But let me give you a quick explanation on that. Excuse me. Let me see. Dressing feminine. Well, you know, just at work, dress professional, and then when you're out of work, dress feminine. When I say feminine, I mean don't wear fucking jeans. I mean don't wear rough clothing. Wear light clothing, loose clothing. And I'm not saying to dress slutty, but know your one trait and slightly insinuate it. Slightly and subtly insinuate it. You know, it doesn't have to be obvious, but just slightly and subtly insinuate your curves, right? That's how you would do it. This is something that I'm not a fucking hairdresser. I'm not a fucking dude who gives fashion advice to women. I mean, you guys gotta find your way of how to do that. Hey, we got a new member, Amy Nyang. Nice. Dope. No, not even. Look, man, at work, don't focus on trying to dress sexy, man. Come on, man. Stop distracting people, man. They got work to do, man. Stop it. When it comes to work, it's like now motherfuckers want to tell me about room. When it comes to work, man, like it's keep it work, man. This bitch wants to fucking show me a goddamn room. 1 second. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, man. You know, no jeans. Again, look, from a guy's perspective, dresses and skirt go well. Dresses, skirts, perfume. I mean, you know, what the fuck, really? Come on, man. I mean, it's skirts. I like skirts. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's something you guys should know. I shouldn't have to tell you guys. But don't wear jeans, man. That's what I'm saying. Don't wear jeans. And yeah. All right. So the next one is a hot and cold, right? When I say hot and cold, is this, right? Is that you know how to give a guy space. One day you text him a lot, and the next day you don't. You gotta learn how to have that habit. And the thing is that you're gonna take that habit for granted. Why? Because when you like a guy, you think that he's always gonna like you. You see, and so that and so that's why you're always saying, "Hey, I love you, I love you." You're trying to get them to like you with attention. Again, that's just a misunderstanding of what really gets people to like you. You see what I'm saying? So what you got to do is always balance out attention with a lack of attention. A compliment, no compliments. Yeah, no compliments. High interest with low interest, right? So let's say you say I love you by mistake. You go cold for at least a week. That's a big one, right? And when you do that, it's a little it works. Like you could open up, you could tell them how much you like them, but as long as you balance it out with space, as long as you give them some space, as long as you give the impression that you're losing interest, it'll work out. You just have to balance it out. Just balance it out, right? You want him to complain why you don't call him as much. You want him to complain why you don't like my Facebooks, Instagrams, or whatever. This is the thing. A lot of people say, dude, you're being paranoid. Why can't you like photos on Instagram? Or why can't you compliment them? Or why can't you send LOLs? Because it's not that that will make or break the relationship, but as a guy, I could attest to you that it feels good to be validated, right? But it's horrible it doesn't feel good not to be validated. But just because it doesn't feel good doesn't mean how can I say this? Just because it doesn't feel good doesn't mean it's not effective. In other words, how do you make somebody value their freedom better? How do you make somebody value their freedom? Putting them in jail. Putting them in jail for at least a month. And then getting them out of jail, and what happens? The motherfucker's gonna value their fucking air. Right? So how do you make a guy value your attention? Don't fucking give it, or give him some. Feed him breadcrumbs. That's why. You're depriving him of that drug, so that when he takes that drug again, the feeling is higher. That's all that is, man. It's not a game. It is a game, but you gotta know why. Like, why are you doing that? There's always a purpose behind every action. See what I'm saying? All right, we got a new member today. I like members. I like when we get new members. They're dope. Oh shit. All right, let me see. So yeah, so the three traits are replaceability, femininity, and hot and given and being hot and cold. But the foundation to all of that is chemistry. There has to be chemistry. All right. All right. People are saying saw this thick girl in jeans. I mean, look, man. I don't know. I mean, to me, when I see a girl wearing jeans on a date, what that says to me, she's just making it hard on me. It's not easy access. So that's why if a girl just wears jeans, it's kind of like the way she dresses sort of says how she wants things to end up. So when I see her wearing tight like rough jeans and shit, I'm like, all right. But when she wears a skirt and she wears loose clothing, it's more feminine. It feels softer. It's better. I mean, to me, I'm like, all right. I mean, there's potential here. We just need a breeze, right? Female's important. Don't talk too much. Yeah, that's a big one. All right. Don't talk too much. But at the same time, whatever. Let me put this 1 second. 1 second, people. 1 second. I'm gonna charge this quickly before I do this interview, because I'm doing an interview in a few minutes. Let me see. So you want girls who's easier? No, that's not. I want a girl who plays with my imagination. We don't have to do nothing. That's it. I'm not saying to do anything. I'm just saying when you play with the guy's imagination. Tease them, as long as you're not in a work setting. Look, man, you ladies think you guys are slick, all right? When it comes to work, man, it's whatever, man. 1 second. I'm trying to look for my charger. Short skirt, but only hold hands. Let me see what else. Hey, people, you guys don't have any questions? To become a member, hit the money sign. Yeah, that's how you become a member. Yeah, and you look, people, man, like, yeah, plays with imagination. I like how you said that. Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's not about like giving him what he wants. It's what's that? It's not about giving him what he wants. It's about playing with the imagination. Because it's a tool. The imagination is a tool, and you can use it. You see, your imagination. The imagination is a part of humans that they struggle controlling, but they could control. But other people can also control your imagination by using words and suggestions, and also visual images. So you could easily get in a guy's head by learning how to flare up his imagination. And the way you play with people's imagination is knowing what they want, knowing their type of girl, knowing their dreams and fantasies, knowing their fears and secrets. And once you mention that, you release emotions and you release thoughts and images. Let me tell you something, man. If I'm on a date with a girl and I get a glimpse of those beautiful, like, I don't know, like when I get a glimpse of cleavage, I'm like, damn, those some big old titties, some big old bitties, man. I'm like, damn. I remember one time, like, this chick, she just had like so nice. She had like a shirt like this, and she was bending down. So I didn't see everything, but you just saw the teardrop, and I'm like, oh my god, like, fuck, I want to commit a crime right now. But you keep your hands to yourself, And we didn't see each other again, but I did think of them. I'm like, damn, some nice ass titties, man. Right? So you make it. So after the day, if you do that, you make the guy think of you, right? But if there's no chemistry, that's the thing. Is that if there's no genuine chemistry, that's only going to be a superficial desire. He's going to want you. He's going to think of you, but superficially. His dick is going to think of you. Yeah, dicks have imaginations too. Dicks think of everything. Hey Molina, I love your channel. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. But you have to be the fantasy, or just tell him the fantasy. Live in wondering. Is it about being a mystery? No, I mean, to make a guy want to fantasize about you, you gotta give him a glimpse of what's possible. For example, you dress in a provocative way. For example, I remember one time, oh my god, this chick, the first girl I went out with on the internet, and not the first girl, but the first girl I went out with in New York City. She was this, I believe she was Greek. I don't know. All I know is that she was racist. She hated Asian people. And the first night I met her, no, the second night I met her, and we went to a bar. Nothing happened because I had to go to work. That's when I used to work at Club Monaco at that time. So I was like, fuck, man. Anyway, so a few days later, she told me to hang out. She actually invited me over to her place, right? And she had a roommate also. She had a roommate, and she told me she put me in her apartment, right? And I was in the living room, right? And it was like, let's just say this is the living room, and there's a seat right here, and she was right there, and she was wearing you know how you have yoga pants, right? But you know how, not yoga pants, but like see-through yoga pants, where it's almost like a fishnet, but as complete for the legs, right? But completely. But she was wearing underwear behind that, right? And she was wearing a shirt. But the thing is that it didn't look like it was provocative until she had to go to her room, and she turned around, and I just saw it was like her ass, and you just saw her thong, and I'm like, holy crap, that's so nice. I'm like, I want to tap that ass right there, right? And nothing happened. I left that day, but I was thinking, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn, I want to rip them, right? So we didn't have a real connection though, but that made me think of her. It made me like, it provoked my imagination. So it's all about giving people a glimpse. You see what I'm saying? For example, this one I really hate because it was very diabolical. I don't think she was doing it on purpose. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's I'll say it. For example, let's say you're seeing a dude and it's casual, and you guys have a chemistry together, right? And you want him to like you a little bit more. All you gotta do is say, "Wow, we would have great kids together." You don't have to say. It's not like you're saying it to to say, hey, let's have kids. I'm saying we're so good looking that we will have great kids. I'm saying it's all about we will have great kids because we're good looking. It's more like a compliment. It's not like it's saying, man, I would love to have kids with you. It's saying, hey, we're so hot that we will have great kids. It's like a throwaway compliment. Like hey, like man, we will make some retarded ass kids. You know, like something like that, right? And I was like, yeah, we would, right? And she just let it go. Just let it go. But you know what happened? Fucking started thinking about that. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's some bull crap. You know? And it made me like her. And the reason why it didn't turn me off is because it felt like it was more of a compliment. Stuff like that, you know? Let me see if there's any more questions. I'm about to finish in 5 minutes, people. All right, so let's see. So yeah, man, that's how you could tease a guy, man. And again, it's not that hard to unfortunately, it's not hard to tease a guy, you know, because guys are pretty transparent when it comes to a few things, you know. 1 second, people, okay? 1 second. All right. All right. Let me see. If there's any more questions? If in 5 minutes, if not, let me see. Let me see if there's any more questions. Do you how to tease a man? Well, I told you about that. I have a video called How to Tease a Guy. If you guys want to learn about this, I have a system, pretty much a system. It's on my website. It's on my course, Psychological Game of Attraction. You can check on the link below. There, it's my course for women where I teach you guys a system on how to make them fall in love with you from start to finish. It's pretty dope. How do you stop thinking of your ex? Hey, Rebecca, we got to. Well, I mean, dude, man, you just gotta focus on your goals, man. I mean, you just gotta give it time. You gotta give it time, all right? Should you be still cold through text if you long distance with your boyfriend? Yeah, yeah. Just be cold through text and warm and on Skype. You know, like, like you could be super cold over text and make him feel insecure, but once you're on Skype and he sees you that you're happy, that you're smiling, you give him you give him that assurance. But from time to time, you gotta go cold because, like, the thing is that it doesn't matter if it's long distance. He'll still feel comfortable at the fact that you like him. Like, you cannot make somebody feel comfortable. You always got, it's fucked up, but you always got, he has to have a subtle level of anxiety, because as soon as he feels comfortable, the attraction is not gonna go up. It's either gonna stay there or go down. So it could be wrong depending, marriage is different. There's some things that I don't know, right? There's some blind spots I have, but generally though, it's always good to err on the side of caution and have some coldness, a little bit of coldness, and you plan where you're gonna have it. If it's long distance, I really recommend you doing it through text. Be cold in text from time to time, or even just stop requesting Skypes. Just say yes when he asks. He'll notice that kind of stuff, Hey Zimi, thank you for the $1 donation. I appreciate it, man. What if he gets mad when acting cold? Too bad. If a guy's getting mad at you because you need your space, when I say cold, I mean you have an excuse. Say I got work, say I got kids, say I got an interview. If he's mad that you're focusing on your life and you can't hang out with him for the last week simply because you were focusing on your life, he can't get mad at that. I mean, and you can accept that. And that's a red flag. I promise you that. That's a red flag. That is a red flag. How you okay? No offense and worry about my health. I'm pretty fucking good, man. Don't you worry about that. How do you tell the difference between chemistry and superficial connection? The easiest way is over time. How does he react when he gets what he wants? So yeah, that's one thing. After sex, how does he act after sex? And let me see that. And so the reaction to how does he react after sex, and if he's hot and cold with you, you know, if he's able to let you go for many days without you hearing from him. Also, does he initiate contact? I mean, the thing is that a lot of it has to do with sex, right? So you can easily tell after sex. You know what I'm saying? But generally, though, I mean, it's something I gotta think about. I'm thinking about other things right now, so I can't give you a good answer. Sorry about that. Yeah, chemistry is instant. Yeah, it is. It is. And then after a while, you learn to grow a connection. Sometimes you don't have that much chemistry with someone, but you have a connection with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They could be the same thing, or they may not be the same thing. Hey, Zimmy, thank you again. I appreciate it. You know, for the 99-cent donation. Appreciate it. What to tell them when you at code? Have an excuse. Again, just have a valid excuse. Say I'm tired. Say I got work, or say I have extra homework. Say anything, anything. It doesn't matter. He has no choice but to believe you. You know, he has no other choice but to believe you. You know, that's how the cookie crumbles, man. Let me see. Oh, we got a new Patreon member. Thank you, Pedro Colindres, for the $5 Patreon, Patron or whatever. I really appreciate it, Pedro. If you're listening, thank you. Yeah, it's people are start. And again, if you're part of the PayPal, part of the Patreon, that means you could ask questions, and I'll make videos based on those questions. All right. Yeah. Uh, Let me see. Any other books that you recommend that aren't Robert Greene? All right. People are like, why are you answering her question? Well, you know, she pops out because I could tell she's a member of YouTube. She's not one of those freeloaders. Any books other than Robert Greene? I recommend biographies, man. Any biography of someone who you admire, you will gain a lot more than any self-help book, because then you'll grow inspiration. If you admire someone, that means that there's a part of you that believes that you could potentially become that. So read their biography so that you could expand the level of potential. Like it's sort of like if you admire someone and you read his biography and you understand how he became who he is, it makes it easier for you to believe that you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. I almost gotta leave right now. Is it chemistry if he is afraid to lose you? No, it could be ego. Chemistry is the vibe that you guys give off. For example, nothing is funner than watching two best friends interact with each other, right? When you see two best friends talking, you can just sit down and just watch them. Like, all right, I want to see this. You can just watch them talk. You know what I'm saying? So chemistry isn't that. Chemistry is more like how I don't know. It's more like how you guys relate to each other. What you're telling me is more ego. You know, Alex, Abe, Nathan, one of the supporters. He or she says, Alex, I found myself on receiving end on some of your tactics that you teach us about human nature. I would say that you only work on low self-esteem individuals. Do you agree? No, it works on people who have a connection with you, who have chemistry. People who, when they meet you, they're like, oh wow, I really like this person. It works well on those people, and it also works on people with low self-esteem. The thing is that people struggle finding other people who they have chemistry with, and when they find people who have chemistry with, they give them a chance. They give them a chance, and they want it to work because they feel chemistry. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. What's your favorite psychological book? The Laws of Human Nature. It's pretty much up there. Let me see. All right, people. I'm about to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm about to go to Dunkin' Donuts soon. I'm gonna be doing a live stream in a few minutes. In a few minutes, I'm gonna be posting it on here. Ah, fuck. God damn it, Michelle. I gotta go, man. Man. Let me see what Michelle says. Come on, people. I find once you have a life outside of dating, you'll be fine. Yeah, pretty much, man. You know, and not just having a life outside of dating. Once that is true, but also just having having different places where you can feel happy. You know, other sources of self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading the comments right now. Okay. Yep. How do you become a member? Go to the link below. I think it says become a member. People, tell her how to become a member, man. Also, you guys can also become a member of my Patreon right here. Look, let me show you. And there you get more perks there. There you get ask questions and stuff like that. And from time to time, I post videos up there, you know. You think your ex knows about your tactics? Maybe. But I can promise you that if you're not willing to... I mean, look, man. A guy can know the tactics. But if the guy values you and thinks he's going to lose you, he'll let go of all of those tactics if he thinks it's going to work. Trust me. How long do you make him wait for sex? Look, man. Making a guy wait for sex does not make him fall in love with you. It just makes his dick harder, and it makes him it makes him resent you when after the sex. In other words, once he has sex with you, he's gonna say, "Man, all this fucking time, this year of trying to get this chick, and that's it." I'm telling you, man, it's one of those things that a lot of women equate to having sex quickly with them losing interest. The thing is not that it made them lose interest. Is that they never were interested. And the thing is that they thought they liked you. That's the funny thing. Is that guys think they like you, but they're also a victim to their dicks. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. 3 more minutes and I'm out, man. Cause I gotta go to Dunkin' Donuts right now. Sex is not love, exactly, man. Sex is not love. Alright, man. I use these tactics hard. Yo, get feminine, act like I have any options. I'm hot and cold. Yeah, look. It's crazy. Like, feminine women are extremely hard to find. You know? And the thing is this. You guys can agree with me. Your femininity is based on the guy and based on how attractive you are. If you don't respect a dude, you're not gonna act feminine around him because he doesn't deserve your femininity. But if you really are attracted to the dude, you're gonna automatically act feminine. So it's one of those paradoxes that I sort of have to really think and get more information on that, because I don't have all the facts straight. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. Anyways, thank you, people. Hey, Pedro, man. You know, it's you definitely have a good starting point watching my channel. All right, I gotta go, man. I gotta go get some food right now. And thank you, everyone. Be safe. I don't get donuts, man. I'm pre-diabetic. I can't be doing that. All right, man. I'm out.